Here's a fairly quick and dirty thought to kick around. So apply this to the research. Keep in mind, don't confuse that with superficial Google searches or reposting things or watching other assholes repeat our master's adult fairy tales. You got to work with the information to understand the information, which lends itself to what I'm about to say. Also apply this to you and I doing absolutely nothing to stop the people in charge who are pulling our strings. In other words, they are still in seats of power, and you and I maintain it. In fact, we put bread on their table. And most people are blissfully unaware of this and or will argue against the fact that you and I have masters, against the fact that they have masters. And they are, in fact, kept. They are not sovereign or free or any of those shit that people wax poetic about. So what I want you to think about, parallel this, mind you, with what I'm complaining about. I want you to think about this bag. And I want you to think about how many meals you eat in a day and how much they weigh. How much that food that you consume weighs. And you'll hear this sometimes in terms of health jazz, usually associated with fasting, what have you. So when you take a shit each day, how many times do you take a shit? How many times do you eat the day prior or the day of? Do you skip a day? If these things aren't balanced, there is no balance. You're full of shit, literally. So what I thought I'd suggest is you could take a bag and you could take a shit in it. If you don't want to weigh it, or do it another way, you could do it this way just to feel the weight. Is it comparable to how much food you're putting in your body? The answer is likely not, and the same applies to, what do I always complain about? Complacency got us this far, we aren't doing the right fucking thing, and everything's going to hell. It's a shit show.